From the studios of KSBI Television in Oklahoma City, this is Oklahoma's College and University Academic Challenge. Teams from the University of Oklahoma and Oklahoma State University square off in an intellectual battle for the Bedlam title and a share of $200,000 in scholarships, made possible by the Chickasaw Nation. This is Mind Games Bedlam Edition, with your host, Jennifer Reynolds.
Welcome to a special edition of Mind Games on KSBI OK52. Tonight we have a Bedlam battle. The Oklahoma State University Orange team taking on the University of Oklahoma Crimson team. We are so excited to have these players here. Let's go ahead and meet them now. From OSU, we have Mark Nelson, Dylan Hames, and Justin Cannon. Welcome and good luck to all of you. And from the University of Oklahoma, Daniel Page, Andrew Chandler, and Andrew Pearl. Welcome to you and good luck as well. Well, we're going to get started in just a moment, but first let's check in with Keely McIntyre to remind us of how we play the game.
All right, Jennifer, let's go over those rules. The first question on each topic is a toss-up. Either side can buzz in, and a correct answer is worth 20 points. Now, teams may earn more points by answering the question with only the advanced information you at home will see in blue. But if they interrupt at any point in the question and they're wrong, the opposing team receives 10 points and a chance to answer the question for the original 20 points. Each correct toss-up answer is rewarded with a bonus question on the same topic worth another 10 points. Both teams also try and answer one OERB energy question worth 10 points and an extra $250 in scholarship money. All right, let's play Mind Games.
Thanks, Kelly. That's a good idea. Let's do it. We have 7 minutes in our first round, or 12 questions, whichever comes first, and that time begins right now. Here's our first question. It comes from the topic of science. It is our Stafford Air and Space Museum science question. First observed on January 7, 1610, this is the only satellite in the solar system known to possess a magnetosphere. What moon of Jupiter, named after Zeus's lover, is the largest moon in the solar system? Andrew.
Io.
Incorrect. Mark.
Ganymede.
Ganymede is correct. Science bonus question for Oklahoma State. This term is the measure of a celestial object's intrinsic brightness. Identify this numerical measure of the brightness that a star or planet would have if viewed from a distance of 10 parsecs.
Absolute magnitude.
Absolute magnitude is correct. OSU's on the board. Here we go. Literature is our next topic. One novel by this man gives a fictional account of a man's experiences in London in the year 1665. Name this author of Journal of the Plague Year and Moll Flanders. Andrew.
Defoe.
Daniel Defoe, the Moll Flanders, and also Robinson Crusoe. Here's your literature bonus question. He apprenticed in a pharmacy as a young man and skipped the country after being accused of embezzling from a bank. Name this author of short stories such as Mammon and the Archer and The Gift of the Magi.
O. Henry. O. Henry.
O. Henry is correct. Everybody's on the board now. Here we go. History is our next topic. It violated the Third Treaty of San Ildefonso, but was nevertheless signed by Barbé Marbois, Robert Livingston, and James Monroe. It is featured alongside a trumpet and a pelican on a U.S. state quarter issued in 2002. What transaction greatly increased... Andrew.
The Louisiana Purchase.
Correct. The transaction that greatly increased the size of the United States in 1803. Here's your history bonus question. Part of this battle occurred at Bloody Ford, also known as Hell's Pocket. Leonard Wood was an instrumental commander in this bloodiest battle of the Spanish-American War, and it established the reputation of Teddy Roosevelt's Rough Riders.
San Juan Hill? Yeah. Battle of San Juan Hill?
That's correct. Fine arts is our next topic. Again, this is a toss-up, so either side can jump in. The soprano's part in this opera ends with a scream. Name the Puccini opera in which the title character falls in love with the... Dylan.
Tosca.
Tosca is correct. Falls in love with a painter, pursued by a wicked police chief, and eventually dies after jumping from the battlements of Castle Sant'Angelo. Are there any happy operas, I ask you? All right, fine arts bonus for OSU now. It features an extended dance number by Philistine priests and priestesses, and this opera includes the aria Mon cœur s'ouvre à ta voix, or Softly Awakes My Heart, sung by one of the title characters to the other. Name this opera by Camille Saint-Saëns.
Orpheus et Eurydice.
Samson and Delilah. Okay, science is our next topic. This term was coined in 2006 after the discovery of an object named Eris, which is currently almost... Justin.
Dwarf planet?
Dwarf planet is correct. 100 astronomical units from the sun. These celestial bodies, most famous example of which is Pluto now, the planet formerly known as a planet. All right, here's your science bonus topic. It is a visual bonus. Seen here is a graphic depicting this scientific law. What is the law that states that the wavelength distribution of thermal radiation from a black body has the same general shape regardless of temperature?
Boltzmann's law?
Wien's. Wien's displacement law. History is our next topic. This day's work proved not to be the picnic many of the spectators expected. Dylan.
The first Battle of the Bull Run?
Yes, it was the battle fought when an army of 90-day recruits met defenders of Richmond near Manassas Junction, the first major land battle of the Civil War. History bonus question for you now, one of several scandals during Warren G. Harding's presidency. This event occurred when news leaked about the Secretary of the Interior, Albert B. Fall, illegally selling oil reserves in Wyoming.
Teapot Dome scandal?
That is correct. Our next topic is literature. It's a toss-up, so either side can jump in now. He named his most famous character after the novel of the author of an ornithology book.
Fleming.
Daniel. Okay, that's a blurt. We always issue one warning per show. That's it. Next time will be an incorrect answer. And you said?
Fleming.
Ian Fleming is correct, who are the author of spy novels such as Thunderball and Goldfinger. Here's your literature bonus question. Set in January 2021, this book features Rachel Rosen and Rick Deckard. Name this Philip K. Dick novel that became the movie Blade Runner.
Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?
Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?
That is correct. And I should explain to you that a blurt is when the player says the answer before I've called their name. So off we go to our next topic, which is humanities. He added many terms to the psychological lexicon. Active imagination, individuation, and synchronicity are a few. Name the Swiss psychiatrist who also coined the term. Andrew.
Jung.
Jung, Carl Jung, the term collective unconscious. Here's your humanities bonus question. Name the religious group whose men are commonly recognized in public by their long beards, traditional headdress, bangles, and ceremonial daggers. They can be seen around the world, though they are most common in the Punjabi region of India, where the religion was born.
Sikhs.
Sikhs is correct, and the game is tied. Fine arts is our next topic. After 299 stairs, you will not care how different the lookout tower on Petrin Hill is from this monument which inspired it. Name the original structure whose small-scale imitation can give you a good view of Prague. Dylan.
Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower in the surrounding area, even though its cross-section is octagonal, not square. To see the original, though, you'd have to hop a jet to Paris, and again, the answer is the Eiffel Tower. The fine arts bonus question for OSU is a visual bonus, if you'll take a look at your screen. You can't see it from the moon, no matter what your travel agent might have told you, but you should be able to identify the ancient monument seen in this satellite image.
Great Wall of China.
That's what it is. Science is our next topic. This disease caused by eukaryotic protists of the genus Plasmodium. Dylan.
Malaria.
Malaria is widespread in much of sub-Saharan Africa and can be treated by quinine. It's caused by mosquito-borne infectious disease. Or that's what it is, actually. Here's your science bonus question. This German theoretical physicist won the 1932 Nobel Prize in Physics for the creation of quantum mechanics. Identify this man who is most well known for asserting the uncertainty principle of quantum theory.
Heisenberg.
Werner Heisenberg is correct. Literature is our next topic. Oh, that's the end of the round, but we have more coming up. We have our OERE bonus questions right after this, as well as round 2 in our special Bedlam edition of Mind Game. Welcome back to this special Bedlam edition of Mind Games on KSBI TV OK52 and U. It's time now for our Oklahoma Energy Resources Board bonus questions. Each correct answer is worth 10 points and an extra $250 in scholarships. The team in the lead gets the first question, and that is OSU at this point. So here you go, guys. The OERB bonus question for you. What oil man was Oklahoma's 10th governor? A. Dewey Bartlett, B. Henry Bellman, C. Brad Henry, or D. E.W. Marland? Got to have an answer?
Bellman.
E.W. Marland. Okay, here you go. OU. The designated delivery point for NYMEX, NYMEX, is that how I say that? Crude oil futures contracts is in what Oklahoma City? A. Cushing, B. Guthrie, C. Oklahoma City, or D. Tulsa?
Cushing.
Okay, Cushing.
Good guess. I wouldn't have known that. So way to go. So you got some points there. We got a very close game going. Let's talk to our team members here real quickly. Mark Nelson, we talked to you last week about your mechanical and aerospace engineering student, and you're studying Russian. Здравствуйте. That's all I know. That's it. So tell us something.
По-русски.
Yeah, по-русски.
Меня зовут Марк.
His name is Mark.
Наш университет лучше, чем...
You lost me.
Okay. We'll stop
You know,
there.
I did a spoonful of Russian off the internet, and that's it. That's all I learned. That was my spoonful. Thank you for sharing it with me. Okay, this is Dylan Hames, and Dylan is in the architecture school, also studying Spanish as well, and has therefore this legendary ability to go without sleep.
Yeah. I take many footrest naps. We have a footrest built into our desk and studio. So I sleep on that during the night.
While you're working on your projects?
Yeah. I average about 3 hours or so a night.
And you function.
And yeah, and we use sleep. We should use sleep as like currency in studio. It's so valuable. It's a luxury to us.
So there you are with your head on your project, just falling asleep
it's
at your
happened
desk.
before.
All right, Justin Cannon is an international business major, and you're going to have to explain this to me. You've read Shakespeare in Klingon. I'm having a hard time with that one.
Yes, I've read Hamlet and Much Ado About Nothing in Klingon.
All right, so now you have to say something to us in Klingon. You said you have to stand back, though, because if you don't spit, you're not speaking Klingon. That's why I'm way back here. Yeah, you're not speaking it well.
Tach par tach be. Dach mutlag vam bekelnish.
To be or not to be? Is that? No?
Yes, to be or not to be, that is the question.
I didn't know that. I'm psychic. I speak Klingon, did you know? Okay. Well, it's good to talk to you guys. Welcome back. Emily is subbed in here. Emily Matisse, she's a psychology major, and she's already decided what she wants to do, and she's really focused on it. And it's kind of an interesting story. You decided when you were in high school.
Yeah, my junior year, I visited a prison, and I decided that I want to get my doctorate and work in a women's prison.
And why was that?
Just because the prisons are really understaffed, and that's also the place where there's the highest concentration of people with mental disorders. Yeah. And it's just, there's a massive need, and no one wants to do it because it's scary. Yeah. But
well, good for you. We're glad you want to do that. Andrew Chandler is an international and area studies sophomore, wants to be in the Middle East and is learning Arabic. Andrew, we were talking about reading and favorite books, and you were thinking like maybe tell me you're a big reader, big studier, learner, academic team guy. Is that how you know all this stuff?
To a certain extent. I mean, it really is just about reading almost everything and then retaining it.
I was going to say, and remembering it. That's the hard part. So do you have a great memory?
Some would say that.
Your mom, maybe you remember to wash your socks, or is it just remembering facts like this? Or?
Yeah, I mean, you just read it and it sticks. But.
Well, it's pretty amazing how much these kids know. Andrew Pearl is a poli-science minor, history major, poli-sci minor, and you did a little singing in high school, and that got you a world tour, basically.
Exactly. It was with, back home, it was the Kentucky Ambassadors in Music. We spent 15 days traveling across Europe, 8 different countries. It was actually a very busy summer that year. I had also previously to that spent a week on a mission trip to Mexico City. So did a lot of world touring that summer.
Germany and London, or Germany and England were his favorite places. Well, good luck to all of you. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with round 2 of Mind Games right after this. Welcome back to this special Bedlam edition of Mind Games. We have the OSU Orange team playing the OU Crimson team. Is everybody ready to go? All right, it's time for round 2. Again, it's 7 minutes or 12 questions, whichever comes first, and that time begins right now. Literature is our first topic. In this poem, the main character is, quote, richer than a king, admirably schooled, and Dylan.
Giles Corey.
Incorrect. Let me finish. A gentleman from Soul to Crown. Nevertheless, one. Andrew.
Richard Corey.
Correct. Nevertheless, one calm summer night. I'm going to finish no matter what they do. He went home and put a bullet through his head. That's not very cheery. Identify this macabre poem by Edwin Arlington Robinson. Okay, OU, here's your literature bonus question. In this novel, the evil moneylender Daniel Quilp frames Kit Nubbles for theft. After Kit is exonerated, he begins a journey to find Nell Trent, his great niece. Identify this Charles Dickens novel that ends shortly after Kit finds Nell dead.
Bleak House.
Curiosity Shop.
Oh.
Pop culture is our next topic. She saw her mother die when she was 9, and her father is an inventor, collector, and printer. Ivana Lynch plays her on screen. Name the witch who wears radish-shaped earrings and passes out copies of the... Justin.
Luna Lovegood.
Luna Lovegood, the Quibbler on the train to Hogwarts. All right, here's your pop culture bonus question. Mason Gable played this troublemaker on the big screen while Walter Matthau played his neighbor, Mr. Wilson. Identify Hank Ketcham's most famous creation, a comic strip kid with a dog named Ruff.
Dennis the Menace.
That's correct. Geography is our next toss-up category. The majority of its population is Lutheran and has been since the Reformation and the 1593 Uppsala Synod. Its capital is sometimes called the Venice of... Dylan.
Sweden.
Sweden is correct. The Venice of the North, Scandinavian country that hosts the majority of the Nobel Prize ceremonies. Here's our geography bonus question for you. Its highest point is at Ebright Azimuth. Its western and southern borders are straight, but its northern border is round, and its eastern border is a jagged coastline. Name this eastern U.S. state, the home of the 12-mile circle, and the counties of Kent, Newcastle, and Sussex.
Massachusetts.
Delaware. Close. History is our next topic. Go ahead and take a look at your screen. The pictured monument oversees this battlefield located in central Belgium. It was the site of one of Europe's most important battles in the 19th century. Where did Gebhard von Blücher and the Duke of Wellington finally defeat Napoleon? Dylan.
Waterloo.
That's where they defeated Napoleon Bonaparte, in Waterloo. History bonus question now for OSU. Because his father renounced his claim to succession, this man was next in line for the Austro-Hungarian throne until 1914. Name the Archduke. His assassination by Black Hand member Gavrilo Princip precipitated World War I.
Franz Ferdinand.
Franz Ferdinand is correct. Science is our next toss-up category. This structure is responsible for producing hormones, synthesizing plasma proteins, storing glycogen, and detoxification. Andrew.
The kidney?
Incorrect. Identify this reddish-brown organ with, let me make sure I read everything there. Synthesizing plasma proteins, storing glycogen, and detoxification. Identify this reddish-brown organ with 4 unequally sized lobes. Mark.
Liver.
Liver is correct. Here's your science bonus question. This man invented the mechanical calculator in 1642. He made contributions to the study of fluids and also clarified the concept of pressure. Identify this French mathematician and physicist.
Descartes.
Pascal. Blaise Pascal. Fine arts, the next topic. Though it's not as exciting as the UFO theory, modern scholars have proposed a variety of ways these structures could have been built. Justin.
The pyramids?
Pyramids is correct. Not the weight, but the smooth, straight cut of the stones that makes them hard to explain. Here's your fine arts bonus question. Take a look at your screen. Name this architectural style which Andrew Geller popularized in 1955. It remained fashionable in the U.S. through the 70s, especially for vacation homes.
The prairie style.
They're all looking at you because you're the architecture guy. A-frame. A-frame. All of us from the 70s remember those. Famous for writing the lines, "My candle burn." I'm sorry, this is a literature question. Let me move on now to our next toss-up. Famous for writing the lines, "My candle burns at both ends. It will not last the night. But ah, my foes, and oh, my friends, it gives a lovely light." This poetess earned the 1923 Pulitzer Prize for Poetry. Identify this American who used the pseudonym Nancy Boyd. Justin?
Emily Dickinson?
I've got to give you guys a chance, but I didn't, so we're going to have to move on to the next question. We'll figure it out in a moment, and we'll go on to our next topic. My error there, sorry guys. Current events, the next topic. The National Trust for Historic Preservation has placed this city on its watch list, and the World Monument Fund listed it as one of the most endangered historic sites because of cruise ship traffic. Single houses and sweetgrass baskets are characteristic of what coastal South Carolina city? Andrew.
Charleston.
Charleston is correct. Here's your current events bonus question. After 3 years of delay, this vehicle was finally delivered to the first customer in September 2011. Qantas, Virgin Atlantic, and Aeroflot are among the companies who have been waiting for Boeing to deliver what new aircraft?
Isn't it? No, it's a 787, the Dreamliner.
Oh, the Dreamliner?
Dreamliners, 787 Dreamliner is correct. All right, humanities is our next topic. According to Tennyson's Arthur, this person is the fullest throat of song. A 16th century manuscript says his father Elphin named him Shining Brow. What ancient Welsh poet gave his name to Frank Lloyd Wright's home? Dylan.
Taliesin.
Taliesin. Frank Lloyd Wright's home in Spring Green, Wisconsin. And here is your humanities bonus question. The Pope generally wears a white one. Take a look at your screen if you would. Bishops wear violet and the other ecclesiastics wear black. What type of skull cap, officially called a pileolus, is pictured here?
Miter.
Zucchetto. That's what we were looking for. Science is our next topic for a toss-up. This molecule is an important structural component of mammalian cell membranes that is required to establish proper membrane permeability and fluidity. Identify this waxy steroid that... Mark.
Cholesterol.
Cholesterol is correct. Supposedly lowered by ingesting Cheerios. Here's your bonus question. In Greek, this man's name means good glory. He's often referred to as the father of geometry. Identify this mathematician whose Elements is one of the most influential works in the history of mathematics.
Euclid.
Euclid is correct. History is our next topic for a toss-up. He and his bitterest rival spent nearly as much of their careers allied against the Japanese as they did fighting each other. Name the Chinese leader who collaborated with Sun Yat-sen and later... Time? We'll go ahead and take the answer. Andrew.
Mao Zedong.
That's correct. Later joined forces with the nationalists against the Japanese. All right, that's our final score. It's 380 to 200. We do have one question to adjust. We're going to take a quick break. Be right back with the final score right after this. We owed OU some questions because of errors in that second round. They answered them all correctly, so here's your final score, 380 to 260. Congratulations to OSU on being our fall Bedlam champions. Let's take a look at the money these two schools are taking home. $2,500, $1,750 for OU, $4,250 total. Hope you'll be back with us in January for another Bedlam match and more mind games, so we'll see you then.
Mind Games is a production of KSBI Television in Oklahoma City, made possible by the Chickasaw Nation.